Before I get started with my commentary, I have to give a shout out to Nicole from Nicole's View. Nicole is definitely one of the few black women that will actually call some shit out like this, because some of them will not call stuff out like what I'm about to talk about as far as this commercial goes from Gillette. So Gillette, which is a product for men, shaving creams, razors, they've been around for quite some time, decided that they were going to release this commercial, this ad. And the name of the ad is called "We Believe the Best Men Can Be." And basically, in the commercial, for about the 5 to 10 seconds of it that I could tolerate out of it being almost 2 minutes long, it was very cringy. I can tell that this was a Me Too production. I would like to know who from Me Too put a bug in someone's ear over Gillette to greenlight this ad. And this ad has 249,000 plus likes and 621,000 plus and counting dislikes. It is currently the number 12 trending video on YouTube. And everywhere that this commercial is shown, or in reference, has a very high dislike rate, if you even dare agree with it. And you know what? To some of the people out there who are wondering, yes, I looked through the comments, and yes, there are actually women, shockingly, who actually agree that this video or that this commercial is more toxic than the actual so-called message of it itself. I even saw one comment where a woman said, she said, I came to see the dislike count. I gave my dislike. I'll be back in a few hours to see if the dislikes went up. That's how many people don't like this commercial. They're basically saying that they want boys or men to go into this submissive, soft role. And they keep throwing out toxic masculinity. They even put in the commercial, they even had the nerve to put a clip in there from the Young Turks. Hopefully this commercial only stays relegated to the damn internet. I highly doubt it gets shown. This commercial is about as problematic as that Pepsi commercial Kendall Jenner did 2 years ago, where they say if you have a Pepsi, they can unite the people. Like, what? What kind of deafening message is that? Just like this one is a deafening one as well. Some things just do not need to be greenlit, this being one of them. And I came back in the house this morning because I had to step out for a little bit. Came back and I turned the TV on and I saw they were talking about it on CNN. And then they were basically saying, how do you define masculinity? Do you know that they actually asked the opinion of a woman what masculinity is? See, that's the problem right there. That is the problem. Why are they asking a woman to define masculinity? She's not a man. Even if she was a lesbian and played the butch in a relationship, she's still not a man. So she cannot define masculinity. Even if she was a single mother to all boys, she still cannot define masculinity. Imagine a man creating a commercial where they use Tampax Pearl pads or tampons and started talking about toxic femininity and subliminals. They even, as a matter of fact, they didn't even do subliminals with this commercial. They actually said toxic masculinity in the commercial. I heard it at least one time. Like, the fix is in. Like, it was even one part in the commercial where the guys, where the boys were playing in the background, like boys do. They rough, they get dirty. And then the first thing they say is boys will be boys. Boys will be boys. And then there was a whole row of men, and it looked like there was a cookout or something like that, and they were saying boys will be boys, boys will be boys, and it sounded so robotic. It looked like something out of the Stepford Wives. Like they were all programmed with a battery in their back to say that. Like, it was very, not only strange, but very eerie, especially that part. Like, if you put that in a scary movie, you'll have a lot of people in the audience probably shaking in their seats. But we already see what this is all about. And I know probably some of my subscribers don't listen to this individual, because I'm actually subscribed to them, and I'm actually, part of their core group. But one thing I can give Angry Man is he is right on. He is spot on when he says we live in a gynocracy. He says we live in a gynocentric time right now. And this commercial right here proves that point to a T. I wonder if he's gonna do a video about this. I hope he does, because this is taking it too far. Like I said, imagine a man coming up with a commercial talking about female hygiene products, and it could be anything from a pad, a tampon, to hair care, anything, bras, panties, whatever, dresses, boots, high heels, and them putting in there something about it being toxic and femininity. They even did something like this last year with a commercial where they were talking about so-called toxic masculinity, but they used, if I remember, they used what, in my eyes, gay men to push that. And that was an attack again on heterosexual men. Now this one's also attacking not so much, heterosexual men, but just men that exude that masculine nature. So I guess you could say, heterosexual men. And people will eat this stuff up, but apparently based on the comments and the likes to dislike ratio, a lot of people aren't feeling this. They are not feeling this at all. And I cannot even, be mad. And you know what? Gillette product rate is going to drop way, way down after this. It won't be enough to put them out of business, because Gillette has a long history, so it's not like they're going to lose their business. But this, like I said, this commercial, this ad was more toxic than the message itself. Point blank, period. Like, they act like a man who exudes masculinity is thinking about harassing some woman, or sexually assaulting someone, or bullying someone, or always being aggressive. You know what's so crazy? All the points that they attacked in this video, like the boys playing rough and everything like that, or the kids, everything, everybody usually goes through a bullying stage. It happens to everyone. But anyway, every point that they tried to say was toxic in this video literally was men or boys displaying their masculine nature. Now it's so funny, because these people who talk about this toxic masculinity all the time, day in and day out, will be the same ones asking for protection from a man when needs be. But we live in a day where some people just want to be on that strong and independent tip, and I'm not just talking about black women, I'm talking about a lot of women in general, and you can thank feminism for that. Because if you really look at what the root for what feminism was supposed to be, it wasn't what you're seeing today. It has morphed into something more demonic. That's pretty much, that's the best way I can describe it. Feminism is demonic. And I doubt anyone's going to say that it isn't. Well, except for the feminists. They'll argue that point. I mean, look at the stuff that they've come out with, or they have done, or not done, I should say. Their sole mission is they want to be on top of everything, even if they're wrong, which is the majority of the time. Something's got to give. Like, it really does. This is stuff like this is exactly why organizations like MGTOW was created. And another, all those, I'm gonna use a Little Rascal reference, those He-Man Woman Hater Club type, because of stuff like this. The best way that this can be combated is, of course, heterosexual men who exude that masculine nature have to fight back against it, and women who do not subscribe to this and are against this also have to push back against this narrative. Because what they're going to expect is other women to fall for this and to believe in this narrative. People like Nicole's View, Lisa Cabrera, or the True Royal Family, Kimberly Frazier, Char Willie Katz, Kendra, and a few others, they won't subscribe to this because many of them are married have been married, or they're looking for a masculine man as a mate. Y'all let me know what you think about this down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. The links will be in the description. I'll talk to you in the next one.